morning. Arizona iced tea, the company known for their 99-cent drink, says they might have to increase prices. This comes as the company grapples with the impact of new aluminum tariffs.
For more than 30 years, the price never changed. 99 cents. Printed right on the top of the can so no one could miss it, so no store could charge more.
The president will be signing that executive order today, and steel and aluminum tariffs will be going to 50%, yes.
But keeping the shelves stocked is getting difficult for some small breweries. They say they're facing aluminum can shortages due to the tariff dispute between Canada and the U.S.
Aluminum is recalibrated every month based on LME and Midwest Premium. So we've been dealing with that forever. The aluminum portion of can making is out of their control and out of my control because it's a material that
AriZona's 23-ounce big can iced tea has been a constant in corner stores and gas stations since the late 1990s, a bargain that survived recessions, inflation spikes, and every other excuse companies use to justify raising prices. Now, in 2025, that streak might finally break. The reason is not sugar, it is not tea leaves, it is not the cost of trucking or the wages of the people making it. It is aluminum, and it is tariffs. In April, the White House announced a new import duty on steel and aluminum, 50%. By June, the tariff was locked in.
We are going to be imposing a 25% increase. We're going to bring it from 25% to 50%, the tariffs on steel into the United States of America.
Overnight, the cost of aluminum imported into the United States jumped by half. Arizona uses more than 100 million pounds of aluminum every year to make its cans. About 20% of that comes from Canada. Every single one of those imported pounds now costs half again as much. Even the other 80%, aluminum sourced from inside the United States, is getting more expensive. Domestic suppliers do not have to compete with cheaper imports anymore, and they know it. Prices are going up across the board. Company founder Don Vultaggio calls it exactly what it is. Our price has been dramatically bumped up because of this tariff. YouTube is not the biggest fan of content like this, but we believe people deserve to hear the truth. If you agree, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us beat the algorithm and keep going. We really appreciate the support. For 3 decades, Vultaggio has fought to keep the big can at 99 cents. When other brands quietly shrank their packaging or changed recipes, AriZona stuck to its price and absorbed the cost. They ran a lean operation. They kept advertising cheap. They built their own rail lines to move sugar. They made lighter cans. They cut every cost they could find without touching the price printed on top. In the early 1990s, Arizona tried charging more than $1 during an aluminum shortage. Sales fell sharply. The company reversed course, introduced the 99-cent label, and never looked back. By 2000, sales were up 30%. That lesson stuck. It became a cornerstone of the brand. 99 cents means 99 cents. This year, that promise is colliding with reality. The tariff was meant to help American industry, but for Arizona, it is threatening the one thing the company has tried never to do: raise the price. Vultaggio says he hates the thought of it. At some point, the consumer is going to have to pay the price, he admits. He has avoided saying exactly what that price might be, but for the first time, he is not ruling it out. He is 73 years old now, still running the company he co-founded. He has no shareholders to please, no corporate board demanding bigger profits every quarter. That independence has allowed him to hold the price steady for so long. But tariffs change the math. Even with their own manufacturing facilities, their own logistics systems, and decades of cost control, a 50% jump in the cost of imported aluminum is too big to absorb forever. AriZona is not a company that wastes money. They do not buy Super Bowl ads. They do not pay for celebrity endorsements. The design on the can has barely changed in decades because rebranding costs money. The cans themselves are already lighter than most in the industry. That saves millions of pounds of aluminum each year. In some markets, they quietly reduce the size of the big can from 23 ounces to 22 ounces. Most customers did not notice. The label still said 99 cents. When costs go up on one product line, AriZona will raise prices on something else instead. Bottled teas, sparkling waters, snacks. Those can be adjusted slightly to protect the big can's price. They even engineered their supply chain to save money. At their New Jersey headquarters, they laid their own private rail lines to bring in sugar directly, cutting out trucking costs. But there is no workaround for a tariff. When the law says imported aluminum costs 50% more, that price hits every can the moment it is made. Arizona imports about 20 million pounds of aluminum from Canada each year. With a 50% tariff, that slice of their supply instantly costs millions more annually. And when domestic suppliers see imports getting expensive, they raise their prices too. Economists warned this would happen. In February, before the tariff was finalized, a coalition of 20 food and beverage companies sent a letter to the White House warning of unintended consequences that would be extremely detrimental to manufacturers and consumers. The Aluminum Association itself, the trade group for US aluminum producers, opposed the size of the tariff. Their CEO said it could undermine the very industry it aims to support by hurting manufacturers that rely on affordable metal. Now, just months later, Arizona is the example everyone is pointing to. The big can's 99-cent streak is suddenly fragile. A price increase is not official yet, but Vultaggio has made it clear he is thinking about it. Analysts have two main guesses for where it could land. One is $1.29, a round number that still feels cheap and could cover most of the cost increase. The other is $1.99, the inflation-adjusted equivalent of 99 cents in 1997. Vultaggio has not committed to either. He has not committed to raising the price at all, but the fact that he is even talking about the possibility is new and serious. Retailers are already thinking ahead. The big can is a traffic driver. Customers come in for it and leave with other things. If the price goes up, that foot traffic could shrink. If Arizona changes the price, they will also have to change the can design. No more 99 cents printed on top. That matters. The label is part of the marketing. It is the promise. Some store owners say they will keep stocking Arizona no matter what. It is too popular to drop. But they know demand could slip if the magic 99-cent figure disappears. They also remember what happened in the 1990s when Arizona tried charging more. Sales dropped fast. The reaction online was immediate when news of the potential hike broke. People called it the end of an era. Memes and jokes about rioting over a price change spread quickly. But underneath the humor is real frustration. The 99-cent can is one of the last truly cheap indulgences left. In a world where even dollar stores charge more than $1, Arizona stood out. For some, it is nostalgia. The drink they bought in high school, the can they could afford when money was tight. For others, it is about principle, a company keeping its word for 3 decades. The key difference between this cost increase and the usual pressures from inflation is permanence. Tariffs do not fade with the seasons. They do not disappear when oil prices drop. As long as the policy is in place, the extra cost is there every time a can is made. That means Arizona has to either eat the cost forever or pass it to the customer. The company can handle short-term shocks, aluminum shortages, supply chain disruptions, but tariffs are built into the system. They are a new baseline. There is a reason Vultaggio is so cautious. Once the 99-cent streak is broken, it is gone forever. Even if tariffs are lifted later, prices almost never come back down. And once customers adjust to paying more, there's less pressure on competitors to keep their prices low too. In the long run, that could mean fewer bargains in the drink cooler for everyone. Arizona is not alone. Other beverage companies are facing the same aluminum cost increases. Beer makers, soda brands, even canned soup companies are all dealing with the same math. But Arizona's case stands out because the 99-cent can is a symbol. It is a price point people notice and remember. If it goes, it will be seen not just as a business decision, but as a sign of the times. Another fixed price lost to the reality of global economics. For now, the cans still say 99 cents. For now, most stores are still charging it. But every month that the 50% tariff stays in place, the math gets worse for Arizona. Every month, Vultaggio has to decide whether to keep absorbing the cost or finally change the label. It might not happen this year. But for the first time since the big can was introduced, there is a real chance the price on top will change. And if it does, it will not be because Arizona got greedy. It will be because trade policy made the promise impossible to keep.